We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello all, myself Amit Kulkarni. Today we will be discussing summary of first order circuits. Now before these lectures we have understood RC and RL charging and discharging conditions. From that there are some important conclusions that could be drawn from each case. So for RC charging circuit we can say that with time capacitor voltage stores charge and it builds voltage. So therefore, maximum value will be from Vc is equals to 0 to the input voltage. So Vc rises exponentially by the given equation Vc equals to V into e raised to minus t by tau. And as Vc tends towards input voltage, capacitor current or charging current decreases exponentially by the given equation I0 into e raised to minus t by tau, where this tau is Rc, that is time constant. From this you can say that after some interval of closure, Ic equals to 0 ampere, that is capacitor behaves as open circuit. So we can say that at t equals to 0, Vc equals to 0, and at t equals to infinity, Vc equals to input voltage. This conveys that initially, that is during charging condition, capacitor initially acts as short circuit and finally acts as open circuit. So this is an important conclusion that is to be drawn and that is to be understood by you. Capacitor initially acts as short circuit. So why it is acting as short circuit? Because when we say short circuit, voltage is 0. But when it is acting as open circuit, when we can say it is open circuit, it is happening only when current is 0. So you can say that when Vc equals to V, that is capacitor voltage is equal to supply voltage, no current will flow. You can say that capacitor will act as open circuit. Now for RC discharging circuit, you can say that as capacitor voltage has obtained the charge input voltage to capacitor voltage, it means that during discharging case, initially capacitor voltage is equal to input voltage. Now it will now try to discharge the energy gain. So Vc will decrease exponentially by the equation Vc equals to V into e raised to minus t by tau. As Vc decreases, capacitor current also decreases and it is given by this equation where this tau is nothing but Rc. The conclusion is that after some interval of closure, capacitor voltage is equals to 0 and subsequently Ic also becomes 0. So it means that at t equals to 0 initially capacitor voltage is maximum value and at later time, that is at t equals to infinity, you can say that capacitor voltage has decreased to 0. This conveys that during discharging condition, what will happen? Capacitor initially acts as voltage source because it is supplying it is starting with some voltage Vmax and then finally it acts as short circuit. So we know that why this is short circuit, because at short circuit voltage is 0. So let us take the next case, that is RL charging circuit. So for RL charging circuit we can say that with time inductor current flows through the inductor and builds an EMF. Thereby di by dt decreases and this decreases the voltage VL. because BL is equals to L DIL by dt. As di by dt decreases, BL will also decrease. Now as IL increases exponentially, therefore inductor current is given by this equation. So during RL charging circuit, inductor current rises, and as I rises and reaches to Imax, BL will decrease exponentially by this equation. So conclusion is that after some interval of closure, that is BL will be equals to 0, that is inductor will behave as a short circuit. So at t equals to 0, inductor current is 0 ampere, and at t equals to infinity, IL will be equals to Imax. This conveys that during charging condition, inductor initially acts as open circuit. So why this is open circuit? Because inductor current is 0 at starting condition, and it will be finally acting as short circuit because at t equals to infinity, maximum current will flow or voltage will be equals to 0. Let us take the next case, that is last case of discharging of RL circuit. For RL discharging circuit, as inductor current has reached Imax in the charging case, it will now try to discharge the energy gain. So IL will decrease exponentially with this equation, and as IL decreases, BL will also decrease exponentially with this equation. So from here you can say that conclusion, after some interval of closure, BC will be equals to 0, and subsequently IC also will be equals to 0. So you can say that initially IL is Imax and finally IL will be equal to 0. That conveys that during discharging condition, initially inductor acts as current source because it is providing initially some current, that is Imax, and this will decrease slowly. So and finally you can say that IL will be equals to 0, which means that initially it is acting as current source and finally as open circuit. So if you see the comparative analysis, this is the complete figure where you can find all the formulas for RC circuit charging and discharging, for RL circuit charging and discharging. I have taken 3 cases for each. That is, first is for charging case, what are the equation for RC circuit, and similarly what is the equation for discharging circuit of RC circuit. Similarly for RL circuit, I have taken first 2 equations of charging, that is voltage and current. Similarly same equations for discharging. I have also mentioned what is the initial condition and final condition for each case during charging and discharging case. And the main thing is time constant. So for RC circuit, time constant is RC, and for RL circuit, time constant is L by R. In the next lecture, we will be studying with the numericals. So let us draw the conclusion. So conclusion is that we had started with chapter, that is DC circuits, which have some various networks, and we had seen what are the AC and DC network circuits. We have analyzed them. Further, we understood DC network solution using superposition theorem, Thevenin theorem, Norton theorem. Then we had understood what is KCL, KVL. We had understood various network theorems which had these 3 theorems. And finally we have done time domain analysis, that is for RL charging and discharging, and for RC charging and discharging. In the next lecture we will be studying for numericals on first order circuits. This will be consisting of 6 numericals, where all the numericals will be covering each cases of RL and RC charging and discharging conditions. Thank you.